You can create a new invoice from the Add New menu, the Invoice list, or when viewing a contact or matter. Click the Create Invoice button, and SkyClient will auto-increment your invoice number. So if you're just getting started, enter the invoice number to begin with, and SkyClient will count from there. If you added the invoice under a contact or matter, SkyClient fills in the information for you, or you can choose to change them yourself. Set the date, a due date, and terms if you'd like. Notes will appear at the bottom of the invoice. And you can add and edit all of these things later. When you click Save, the invoice is created and you're taken to the invoice details. In the invoice details, you can view comments, activity, and any payments applied to the invoice. You can add time and expenses that have already been entered, or you can create new time and expense right from here. You can add a payment from here, and of course create a PDF to print or email the invoice to your client. Invoices can use different templates. You can set your default template in your firm settings under My Account. We'll use SkyPro because it adds our header and footer from the invoice settings. We can choose whether an invoice will display the due date, terms, a balance forward from previous invoices, and a client's trust balance. The Bill To area automatically uses a client's billing address and is completely editable. You can set the dates, change the number, and edit the terms. To add time that you have already entered into SkyClient, click Existing Time. A list of time entries for the related matter appear, and you can choose which ones to add to the invoice, or select all. Click Add to Invoice, and the time entries are added and will now show in SkyClient as invoice time. If you need to edit a time entry on the invoice, click the Edit button. You can remove the time from the invoice. This will not delete the time, it just removes it from the invoice and marks it as open. You can also choose to delete the time, which removes it from the invoice and deletes it completely. In this text box, you can edit your invoice note, and over here you can see the totals. When you're ready to send the invoice, click the PDF button to print or save the invoice and send it to the client.